this right here is a looking to the north. He's actually just south of the storm. If you hear anything in background or whatever, I'm kind of moving things around, so don't pay any attention to it. But you notice this right here is plenty rain wrapped, and you also notice that we do have kind of some winds with that rear flank downdraft. This right here is that rear flank downdraft, and plenty of winds with this. Now, just about 5 minutes ago, before this became rain wrapped, it did look like we had some funnel clouds dropping from the wall cloud. That's the reason why we decided to go on anyways. And then they came out with that tornado warning. Let me read you that tornado warning. That's how new it is. I hadn't even went over it all yet. But yes, tornado warning for Clay County, Texas, and Jefferson County, Oklahoma. Until 8:30 p.m. this evening, severe thunderstorms capable of producing a tornado were located 3 miles southwest of Ryan or near Terrell, moving east at 30 miles per hour. So the movement is east at 30 miles per hour. The hazard, of course, is tornado and also ping-pong size hail. The tornado radar indicated, but I can tell you, and Jared Burke can also tell you, that we have seen some funnel clouds drop from this wall cloud. And flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely as well. Locations that could be impacted include the Ringling area, Ryan, Terrell, of course, Grady, Oscar, Cornish, and Petersburg. So this is moving to the east at about 30 miles per hour. And if we can go back to the radar real quick, you know, what you'll want to do is get into the most interior room of the home, if you will, and also get underground if you can. Like I said, we'll go ahead and take it to Jared Burke. Can we take it to Jared Burke and see exactly what he's seeing and let him talk about it some? Okay, so we're going to stick with the radar right now, but this storm is moving to the east at 30 miles per hour. Here's Ryan, and here's the Terrell area. And so if you live near Ryan and Terrell, you're going to want to go ahead and get into your storm safe place, if you will, your tornado safe place, if you will. And it's not currently producing a tornado as we know, but it has produced some funnel clouds. I definitely saw that in the Weather Center through his live feed about 5 minutes ago. But it is becoming more rain-wrapped as time goes by. And the National Weather Service out of Norman actually was confident enough with it to go ahead and put out that tornado warning. So this right here is State Highway 32. This is State Highway 81 right there, and this is moving to the east. Maybe you could call it east-northeast there. It's going to start getting right on State Highway 32 right here. This right here is southern Jefferson County. It's just on the north side of the Red River right now, and so it's going to be going through southern Jefferson County as it continues to track across Texoma. And we can go ahead and take a look at Jared Burke's live feed. This right here is actually live feed from our Storm Hunter, and this right here is our Storm Hunter powered by Apache Casino and Hotel. You'll notice that we have that rain wrapping around the storm system, as you can see there. And before the rain wrapped around, like I said, we did see a couple funnel clouds drop from that wall cloud, but from what I could tell, they did not touch the ground, but there was kind of a tree line there, so I can't swear that it did or didn't because I couldn't really see the bottom of the ground due to the tree line, but we did at least see a couple of funnel clouds drop from this, and it is rain wrapped, and that's one thing that's going to make this dangerous as well, is it is rain wrapped in southern Jefferson County, so the chances are pretty high you probably wouldn't even see it if it did drop to the ground. I'm going to go ahead and Alex left because he actually has to come in very early in the morning and work, but I'm going to step off screen here and take a look at chat real quick and give you all any updates that I have through chat. Okay, I'm not seeing any significant updates through chat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to man and run the radar here and just kind of talk about it and show you all exactly what's going on. So this right here is velocity, and so green means winds going toward the radar, and radar is, we're actually using the Frederick radar still, I believe. Yes, we are. And so the winds are basically represented by green going toward the radar. The red represents winds going out and away from the radar. So where you're going to have the Tightest circulation is about right in here between the Ryan and the Terrell area. You may have a little bit of a rear flank downdraft right in here just on the north side of Terrell, northeast side of Terrell, and that right there is where you're going to have your highest wind speeds at. Also, I do want to mention that we do have a severe thunderstorm warning with this storm as well. And the severe thunderstorm warning consists of course, the ping-pong size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So where you're seeing maybe the forward flank downdraft and the rear flank downdraft, that's where you can see 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the hail core. You can see the hail core going through the Ryan area right now. State Highway 32, I believe that is. Yes, State Highway 32. So there's State Highway 81, State Highway 32 right there. And here's a look at the velocity again. So I'll draw all this out for you one more time. Okay, so this right here is where you have the center of circulation near the Ryan area, and then you have the rear flank downdraft right there, and you may also have some forward flank downdrafts right along State Highway 32 right there. And so that right there is what's going on right now. We'll zoom in and see if there's any smaller communities. I would assume there's Oscar right there. So Oscar, the higher wind speeds are headed to your area, and this tornado warned storm is headed to your area as well. Can you all talk to me and let me know if y'all can get Jared on the phone or anything? Yeah, if you would try to call. Okay, and so they're trying to get Jared on the phone right now, and so we'll continue to try to contact him. He may be kind of out in a rural area where it's hard to get that cell signal, so, but we'll continue to try. And so this is moving east once again at 30 miles per hour. We'll go ahead and take a look at the broader warnings. And yes, moving east at 35 miles per hour. So once again, I'll go back up here and step up here.
He's miking up. So if you want.
Jared's miking up?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right, so our storm chaser, Jared Burke, is actually miking up right now, and so we'll be able to get in contact with him here pretty shortly. But until then, we'll just go ahead and track it on radar. You notice Ryan in the Terrell area. This is starting to get a little bit ahead of you all, maybe still on the southeast side of the Ryan area, though. And this is moving to the east at 35 miles per hour. This right here is State Highway 32, and this right here is State Highway 70. It's just south of State Highway 70. This is the Red River, as you can see, and this is southern Jefferson County. And once again, you do have broad circulation with this. It may tighten at times. It may become broader at times. In other words, become stronger and then a little bit weaker. It looks like the rain has subsided just a little bit. You can actually see through the rear flank downdraft now. Not really seeing anything tornado-wise with it. But once again, this is moving to the east at 35 miles per hour. And the reason why you're going to want to go ahead and take this serious is because these tornadoes can develop very quickly and dissipate very rapidly as well. It can change in the matter of just seconds. And so you're going to want to go ahead and make sure that you're in your tornado safe spot and stay away from the windows because of the hail threat as well. I believe we have Jared Burke on the phone now, so we can go ahead and talk to him and take it to him.
To come out earlier, we had a strong wall cloud with a funnel that was coming down. It never made contact with the ground or anything, but it dissipated pretty quickly. It was around that time when the tornado warning was issued by the National Weather Service. It's continued to move off to the northeast. I haven't seen anything indicative of any more funnel clouds or even really a real strong wall cloud at this point. But there is some rotation in the upper levels of this storm. I'm continuing to keep an eye on it, and I'm going to toss it back to you in the studio.
Okay, yes, thank you for that valuable information, Jared. Like he mentioned before, we had a great circulation with that wall cloud. There were a couple funnels that dropped from that, but they didn't, as he said, they did not touch the ground. Now, I personally didn't know if they did or not because there was a little bit of a tree line when I personally seen it, but he confirmed to us that they did not. And so this right here is a look from the south side of the storm looking in. This right here is a rear flank downdraft, and like he said, it has weakened a little bit over the last couple of minutes, and you notice you can actually see through that rear flank downdraft and that heavier rainfall much better now. But anyway, so you see that warm, moist air getting lifted up into the storm as that cold, drier air undercuts it. And so that's one of the things that's fueling and feeding this storm right now. As these storms continue to move on to the east, you know, they're going to lack a little bit of instability, but the low-level wind shear will actually start to increase, and that low-level jet will start to increase. So it's kind of a wait and see exactly how that affects the storms. I would say that any storm that does stay intact and does stay together will actually have a little bit of a better chance of producing a tornado. But due to the lack of instability, those storms, a lot of storms throughout Texoma could actually weaken a little bit or change their form from supercell form, maybe even to a squall line form. And so a very interesting evening out there. So we'll have to exactly see how that progresses as we move along. Now you can see Jared is moving along. Now, if we can go back to radar, this right here is a look at it currently. You notice it has lost a little bit of its punch there. Even the radar is starting to pick up on that. And you notice it may start to become a little bit more kind of bowing out, maybe a little bit more right there. We'll actually go back to the velocities real quick and take a look at exactly how the storm is developing here. Okay, and so you see the rotation has gotten a little bit broader, a little bit weaker, but it's still producing some wind gusts. Radar estimated up to 60 miles per hour. And so we'll go ahead and 35. Okay. We'll go ahead and draw a cone here to see who would be impacted as this continues to move on to the northeast. So Ringling, you're about 30 minutes away. It's about 30 minutes away from you all. The Atlee area, about 20 minutes away from you all. Cobalt Junction, you're also in the path of this storm as well. Actually, I can probably do a little bit better here if I change the format of the track. Here we go. So the Cornish area will be in your area here in the next 25 minutes or so. Grady, it'll be in your area here in the next 15 minutes. The Atlee area, next 15 minutes or so. Ringling here in the next 30 minutes or so. And Cobalt Junction right around 8:30 here in the next 30 minutes or so. And so this right here is a list of communities that it would impact. And as it leaves Ryan and Terrell, it looks like it's going over more of a rural area. But once it gets on the east side of the Jefferson County area, it looks like there are kind of a number of smaller communities there that need to keep a heads up with this, as this does have a history of producing wall cloud and multiple funnel clouds this evening and earlier this afternoon as well. And even though this particular storm has not produced a tornado yet, one thing I will say that is very constant with this storm is it keeps producing a wall cloud. So it keeps fighting, if you will. We'll go ahead and take a look at what's going on in chat. Because of the broad circulation has weakened a little bit, let me look on chat real quick to make sure there's no other updates. No. Since it has weakened a little bit and we do not see a tornado that has touched the ground yet with it, we're going to go ahead and let you all go. But if we see something from our Storm Hunter powered by Apache Casino and Hotel, or if we see that somebody has confirmed on the National Weather Service chat or whatever, we'll go ahead and give you all the latest updates, break in and let you all know. Have a nice and safe evening.
For all your roofing and construction needs, look no further than Lou Gallegos Construction. Operated since 1986, you can be sure Lou Gallegos Construction is reliable and their work, service, and follow-up are sound. So call us for a hole in your roof or a whole new roof.